Hello, my name is Hugh Laughlin. I'm a certified information security manager, and I currently manage a team of SAP security and access controls administrators for a global manufacturing company headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. Information security automation is known by other names and concepts to include Gartner's Security Orchestration, Automation, and Response, or Actionable Situation Awareness Platform, among others. Today's network administrators and security professionals are now including artificial intelligence and machine learning to help enable automated incident responses. For many of us in information security, you can easily drown in the data. Organizations with more than 1,000 hosts on your network are likely to generate 10,000 alerts each day. It could take days to acknowledge an alert, check its authenticity and impact. Once an event is authenticated, statistically, it will take up to 123 days to resolve a cybersecurity breach incident, according to various sources. The bottom line, there's a ton of data. Attackers are fast, and you will miss an incident that could have a significant impact to your organization. Last year, I attended an event sponsored by the Institute for Applied Network Security in Charlotte. This two-day event included various keynote speakers and breakout sessions that attendees could focus on specific topics in information security. One of the breakout sessions that caught my attention made me realize that in our business, the math matters. What was striking about the math was the risk management and statistic equations being taught were literally being put to practical use in an automated detection of anomalous network activity. This presenter was easily able to show how they apply risk management equations to their particular security solution. He described their application uses supervised machine learning to identify when end-user behavior anomalies occur and can alert when that behavior on your network is outside an established baseline. The traditional threshold model of alert for abnormal activity has a significant overlap with normal activity. That overlap is a snapshot or a point in time, and this overlap will result in false positive alerts. This method is no longer functional. This is where automated detection, alerting, and actions begin to form using artificial intelligence through supervised and unsupervised machine learning. To set the baseline of normal activity and begin to compute probability values, an explicit baseline of normal and abnormal activity can be learned, and then it is able to alert to potential incidents in real time. A couple of notes about AI and machine learning. Artificial intelligence is the result of machine learning with predictive capabilities. There are notable differences in supervised and unsupervised machine learning, and understanding that is important. Supervised machine learning intentionally sets out to learn something and provides specific examples of what is correct versus what is incorrect and wrong outcomes. Supervised machine learning is based on example input and output pairs. It learns a function from labeled training data consisting of a set of examples. The goal is to map a function so well that when you have new input data, you can predict the output variables for that data. Unsupervised, no surprise, is allowing the machine learning to proceed without examples of right and wrong, and the outcome results in abnormalities and anomalies being identified. Machine learning is not limited to end users on your network, but includes machines, files, addresses, projects, resources, servers, shares, websites, and more. There are machine learning products which can analyze the big data and allow you to select on alerts and drill down into any of those listed above. Okay, so we know there's a ton of data being generated. We know we cannot analyze this much data on our own, and now we have the ability for artificial intelligence to help in detecting and identifying anomaly events occurring in real time, and alerting network administrators when network or system events are outside of established baselines. With these new capabilities, we can recognize some of the benefits gained through automation, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. For most organizations, the cost savings may be the most important benefit derived from AI and machine learning. One source reported in 2015 it took an average of 46 days to resolve a breach. That same source highlighted the average cost to remediate a breach incident was more than $21,000 per day. For that same period, that totals to more than $900,000. In 2017, it took more than 50 days on average to deal with malicious code, according to a Ponemon and Accenture report. A July 2018 survey and report from IBM in collaboration with the Ponemon Institute highlights the cost comparisons of incident responses with and without artificial intelligence. Without AI, the average cost is more than $3 million to address a cybersecurity breach. With AI, the costs are reduced more than 3 times, with an average cost of roughly $800,000, saving more than $2.5 million. It should be obvious using artificial intelligence as part of a cybersecurity program will help reduce data breaches. The same Ponemon survey found that 40% of the respondents estimated the likelihood of a breach occurring was greater than 20% if they did not leverage some kind of artificial intelligence in their cybersecurity strategy. New generations of malware and cyber attacks can be difficult to detect with conventional cybersecurity protocols. They evolve over time, so more dynamic approaches are necessary. AI systems can help by categorizing attacks based on threat levels. There is still work to be done here, but when machine learning principles are incorporated into your systems, they can actually adapt over time, giving you a dynamic edge over cybersecurity criminals. According to the Ponemon Institute survey, artificial intelligence will help information technology security personnel ability to provide a deeper understanding and security posture than those organizations operating without AI. Additionally, the majority of the survey respondents stated using AI technology will simplify the identification and response to security threats. Related to cost savings, productivity improvements are expected for those using artificial intelligence in their cybersecurity operations. Although most of the Ponemon Institute survey respondents believe that AI will not fully replace human judgment, deploying AI will improve productivity of their security personnel. Using artificial intelligence in a cybersecurity program will increase the speed of analyzing threats and accelerating the containment of infected endpoints. Where incident responses can be automated, this will free up time for your IT security staff. AI will play an important role in vulnerability identification and response. Hundreds of hours can be spent in vulnerability identification and patching. Using vulnerability scanning and artificial intelligence will reduce this effort, and AI can automatically detect when something unusual takes place. Using an automated vulnerability scanning and artificial intelligence will greatly reduce the time spent in this critical activity, more so when new vulnerabilities are discovered. Many believe that AI could operate without human supervision when responding to cybersecurity alerts. Still, nearly half of the alerts will still require human supervision. Deploying artificial intelligence could detect zero-day vulnerabilities. The identification of these events will likely still require human oversight in how to respond to these new threats. Deploying artificial intelligence as part of a security strategy has its challenges. Some of the obvious and age-old topics continue to play into any technology deployment. Having a sufficient budget is still the greatest challenge to a successful deployment. Additionally, having enough time to integrate AI-based technologies into security workflows is included in the deployment challenges. Integration with existing and legacy technologies will be a challenge. Where possible, a deployment needs to reduce the complexity and will likely need outside help. With or without help, having internal expertise will continue to be a challenge. Recruiting personnel experienced in AI-based technologies highlights the skill set shortage in our industry. At least at this time, there will be no Skynet, and AI will not replace your IT security staff. There is still plenty of work performing some of the basics. AI will not configure your routers and firewalls. We will still need to apply patches to systems with known vulnerabilities. AI will not educate your end users, and AI will not prevent one of those end users clicking on that link in the phishing email. The Center for Internet Security has issued a set of controls which provides a checklist for better security implementations. While there are 20 actions in total, implementing just the top 5 can eliminate roughly 85% of an organization's vulnerabilities. A security posture that incorporates continuous monitoring, user education, diligent patch management, and basic configuration controls will address security vulnerabilities. Implementing all 20 of these practices can help fortify against even the most sophisticated AI attacks, which leads to stating another obvious point. Unfortunately, even with all of the hype of artificial intelligence and our deployment having a significant impact on our security strategy and posture, the same technologies are being used by our adversaries. The good news is, as artificial intelligence matures, most organizations are planning to increase their investment. The obvious conclusion shows using artificial intelligence and machine learning will play a critical role in a successful security and risk management strategy. Thank you for your attention. Please find a couple of my key references used in this presentation.